Hello there guys, and welcome back to the channel. Now another week of Eternity Open has concluded, and we did have loads of submissions, and it's time to celebrate the winners, check out some of the craziest solos, and announce categories for week 4. This time they are going to be slightly different as well. Before we get any further, I would say huge thank you to Evizone, who is making all of this possible by sponsoring the entire contest. They are an amazing messaging company to work with, and definitely check them out. All the links are in description, and that is exactly the service you use in order to submit your videos, because it's super easy and quick, and I absolutely love using them in my daily life at this point. And all you have to do is just tap on, try it for free, enter whatever username you wish, enter your email. There are also some new and fresh exciting changes coming to Evizone to make it kind of like more daily user friendly, including inbuilt video player and several other things, like potentially a dark mode, which I know a lot of people want. So there's going to be tons of cool things to see. But right, let's just jump to that entire contest. Now, a lot of you are here to see who won, and this time we do have an exceptional gentleman taking 2 categories home for himself. And we also have to start by acknowledging that there was an error with the last week's submissions, and Happy McMuffins did not win the lowest PI. There was a lower PI than Happy's with Purgatory. However, all the correct winners did get paid out. We did offer to send some money over to Happy as well for the entire confusion mess, but he just said that he's gonna come ahead and win the next week's round. And, well, long story short, that is exactly what he did. So this time around, fastest unboosted Karina Challenger solo is Sweden with Shang-Chi in 50 seconds. We did see quite a bit of competition there with Shang-Chi primarily. Then we have lowest PI solo with Happy McMuffins, once again flexing his Guillotine 2099 skills. And then we have biggest detonation once again coming from Sweden with 1.3 million. So we're gonna check out all of those solos now one by one, and then later in the video I will announce the 3 new categories. If you do not know how to enter, then the rules for the giveaway here are extremely simple. Record your fight, open an account with Evizone, and submit the screenshot or video file. In this case, it's a video file that needs to be submitted to Oliver. Every week we have 3 different winners for each for 3 different categories, each getting $100. So in total, we're giving away $1,500 to the best of you. Right. So we're gonna start with the fastest solo, and that is inevitably a Shang-Chi cheese right here. So he's going in, he's showing that he's unboosted, coming from that big fat rank 4 Shang-Chi. You can see Liquid Courage Double Edge active. He goes in for the stun, he goes in for unblockable, heavies, he's still unblockable at this point. And once again, he goes in for stun and unblockable, level 2, decent amount of damage, still unblockable, and he's just being super aggro. That's all there is. He's just being super aggro, and he's managing to get his hits in with this rotation before the blade manages to drop his special 3, and it seems to be working for him perfectly right here. Now, I'm not sure how many times you have to try out this fight so the blade does not throw a single special attack, or how safe this is. But this definitely seems quite cheesy. We did have several similar times, but Sweden did submit the fastest one, and the fastest fight indeed is just 50 seconds long with 78 hits. A lot of damage in a very short amount of time. Right, now we're gonna check out the lowest PI solo, and once again it's Happy doing happy things with Guillotine, and 681 PI, 2-star Guillotine, and this is gonna be a long fight yet again. It's 21 minutes, not quite as long as the Icarus one, but this definitely also took quite a bit of time, obviously. So we can see that he's building up his combos slowly but surely. Obviously, the power control aspects of Guillotine do help you out quite a lot here. And at this point, Blade is still at 100%, so he hasn't done like any damage to Blade, pretty much. Or at the very least, it's extremely insignificant. Here at this point, he's nearly at, well, he's already at max. So once you get to 400 hits on your combo with your guillotine, I believe that, is it 400 or 600? Forgot, I think it's 400 where she caps out. It might be 6. Might be my error, but obviously at this point she does deal very significant damage extra as a burst damage whenever she's past 100 hits, and just an amazing display of endurance and dexterity and determination. I don't know how many attempts a fight like this take, but there has definitely been a ton of effort put into this one, and as we can see, there is a huge discrepancy in between the health and attack values in between the challenging champion. And it kind of made me think a bit about myself, kind of, I don't know, being unable to consistently, do this fight in the first place with, on the stream when I was using one champion or another. And then with Blade, I genuinely kind of struggled to keep my composure just because, of how kind of tedious the fight felt to me, how many special attacks you kind of need to bait out, and one mistake and you're kind of dead. But here, on the other hand, you can see him also getting saved up by his awakened ability. So that is definitely a good safety net to have. And the rest of the fight is pretty much kind of like in a similar pace. Just gonna go ahead and check that it is indeed a full-on solo. And how many hits does it take? It's 600 hits here. 600 hits, last 12%. He's going for it. He has 20% HP left. Last 5% of Blade, but man, it is genuinely, in my opinion, very impressive achievement and a feat to do this Blade fight with a 2-star guillotine, with all the things kind of working there against you as well, with Plague Mind, and obviously just the idea that you can't really parry, don't take the block damage. Such a long, arduous fight. We can see 21 minutes and 15 seconds. 637 hits. Definitely very impressive, and Happy gets a well-deserved redemption for the last week and $100. And the biggest detonation, as I mentioned, once again comes from Sweden, and the fight is yet again done with Shang-Chi. This could be done with, this fight, biggest detonation, could have been attempted with any champion, but Sweden definitely did take the cake with this one. And the entire point of obviously using Shang-Chi here is to build up as many chi charges as you can and then rush yourself up to a level 2. And once you have, then that level 2 is going to do a crazy amount of damage. So he needs to get a ton of those perfectly timed dodges, perfectly timed parries, and also execute multitude of chi strikes along the way. Here we can see that that also involved quite a lot of corner play, and the fight in its entirety is about 10 minutes or close to it, so I'm not going to show all of it, but it is definitely going to be extremely impressive towards the end. So that is exactly where we are going to jump. So he's building up his chi charge largely in corner. He spends most of the fight in the corner. He's got an over 100 now. He has 117. And this is going to be the last minute. So at this point, I think he's already building up to his level 2. Or, oh no, wait, not yet. He needs some more. He needs some more. Well, he thinks he needs some more, but little did he know. Either way, Blade is already half dead here, just from the regular strikes, without that big level 2. So Blade's at 45% here, but it doesn't really matter. That's kind of like the cool thing. Blade could be at 1%, and if destructive feedback shield comes on, you can't deal damage to him, and you can still get in all of your ramp up damage. So as soon as the destructive feedback came up. He launches his level 2, he stuns him, he gets in another combo, goes unblockable, drops a heavy attack, and that's right. That was over 1 million damage there. It was 1.3 million damage. Let's just be exact here. The moment of detonation was 1,362,346 damage that Swede attempted. So yes, that indeed does mean that Swede this week around gets $200 from Evizone. So congratulations to Swede and happy McMuffins. And this is also something that I definitely like to see. Bigger kind of like, you know, no names from the community taking part in. And as proved in previous weeks, they can be defeated and they have been defeated. And a lot of winners have been people that I have never heard of as well. So it's always exciting to kind of like see these players that are high profile players and always execute, you know, these elaborate fights with high intense amount of skill. And then when you think about the fact that there are plenty of people sitting on the sidelines able to compete with them and do as well as these kind of like most known people, it just kind of makes MCOC bigger. And you must realize that, you know, you never know exactly, you know, who's playing this game and how many amazing players are out there. That being said, it's time to announce the categories for the Dormammu fight. And for the Dormammu fight, I don't think I had to ban any champions. Yeah, I don't think I'm banning any champions because there are several options for each, and it's going to be interesting which people find which options the best. So let's get to it. So for the next week, the 3 categories of KT torture. We're going to keep the fastest unboosted solo. I'm going to leave that in there just because I don't think that Hercules is going to be the fastest, but maybe he is. What do I know? But we also have the highest damage per hit unboosted solo. So that is effectively a very simple thing. Whoever can solo Dormammu with the least amount of hits. You can use any champions for that. I'm currently unsure which are going to be the best options, best champions to try. But here you go. Highest damage per hit, unboosted solo. So, solo Dormammu with the least amount of hits. And the final category, something that's going to be very, very interesting. Highest amount of hits per second, unboosted solo. So this one, it doesn't matter, you know, whether you use a rank 3, rank 4 champion or whoever. Only thing that matters here is how fast-paced the fight is. That is to say, you know, somebody might solo Dormammu in 2 minutes and 150 hits, and somebody might solo Dormammu in 10 minutes and, you know, 900 hits. The 900 hit fight obviously would be the winning one because it would be more hits per second. So the base idea is you just have to keep a super high, fast pace in the fight as fast as possible. One thing, no, actually I'm going to leave that out there. Highest amount of hits per second, unboosted solo. We're going to leave that as is. It's going to be interesting to see the strategies because you could try and go for some level 3s that how many hits, but that takes quite a lot of time, so it might not work out the best either way. So, who knows? However you guys approach it, I'm going to be excited to see the results. That is it for now. Once again, huge congratulations to the winners. They will be contacted throughout the day, and the payments will be issued. So, how to say, huge thank you to Evizone, again, for making all of this happen. Check out the link in the description. And that is it. That is it for now. Let everybody see the best you got, Bollocks. See you in a bit. Hello there guys and welcome back to the channel. So we have all the information about the next